Would everyone please be seated?
Your Holiness, as both the head of the state and the spiritual leader of Tibet, you have spent your life committed to serving humanity. At the age of 2, you were recognized as the reincarnation of the 13th Dalai Lama and formally enthroned as the 14th Dalai Lama at the young age of 15. Since then, you have met with political, civic, and religious leaders in more than 60 countries, spanning 6 continents, advocating non-violent, peaceful solutions, and sharing your message of compassion with people all over the world. In 1989, you were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in recognition of your opposition to the use of violence in Tibet's struggle for freedom.
Your Holiness, we honor the efforts and sacrifices you have made to uphold democratic values and ethical responsibility. You are a symbol of peace and tolerance and gracefully remind us of the importance of cherishing our historical and cultural heritage while others demonstrating respect towards everyone. We laud you for your distinguished contributions to Buddhist philosophy and your leadership in promoting a calmer, more peaceful, and sustainable world. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Tulane Board and with the esteem of the entire Tulane community, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, in token of which I hand you this diploma and hood of Tulane University. Congratulations, Your Holiness. When I first learned that His Holiness, the 14th Dalai Lama, was going to speak with us, I felt honored and humbled. And then I thought how strange a task it would be to introduce him. No one can really introduce this man, and I knew that just by being in his presence, the audience would know all it cared to know. I could form sentences around the words like patience, humility, joy, servant, teacher, perseverance, nonviolence, Nobel laureate, and peacemaker. But they would only serve to delay us all from the message you came to hear. So I will use an original source, the man himself. His Holiness was once asked why he was so popular to so many. After thinking a bit, he replied, and I quote, "Perhaps because I have a positive mind. Of course, sometimes I get a little irritated. But in my heart, I never blame or think bad thoughts about anyone. I try to consider the needs of others more than mine. When I meet someone for the first time, they are not a stranger to me. I always have the same impression. He is another human being. Nothing special. Me too. I'm the same. Under this skin, same nature, same kinds of desires and emotions," unquote. Tulane University's motto is non sibi sed suis, a Latin phrase that translates as not for oneself, but for others, or as His Holiness expressed it, to consider the needs of others more than mine. Please welcome a gentle man of great faith and humility, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama.
Thank you.
respected the president of the famous, I think, university, and other teachers or professors, and particularly young brothers and sisters who now achieving some sort of result which you several years hard work, and perhaps I think occasionally when some important examination happen, even you might lose your sleep. I myself also, when you see the importance of examination, sometimes a little bit nervous. But now you really achieved, you see, the result of your hard work or study. And I'm very much impressed. You see, you student here, while you study, you also, you see, engage some sort of helping other people, serving other people. That's so wonderful. I think the very purpose of education is, you see, something meaningful life. In order to become meaningful life, you see, take care about others' well-being. Then you feel, oh, my life, now something meaningful. Just think oneself, and worst case, exploit other, bully other, cheating other. Then in deep inside, you won't feel very sort of happy. So therefore, I always believe, the very purpose of our life is happy life, happiness. I think simple reason, our existence very much based on hope. No guarantee our future, something good, no guarantee. But we simply exist on hope. Hope means something good, something better. Therefore, once lost hope and completely demoralized, then that mental attitude itself shortened our life. And also, you see, your physical health also then become difficult. So hopeful, always, in spite of difficulties, always keep optimism. I can overcome these difficulties. Then that mental attitude itself not only bring inner strength or self-confidence, but also, you see, that way, you see, you can carry your conduct more honestly, more truthfully, more transparently. That brings trust. Trust brings friendship. We are a social animal. We need friends. And also on the world, many problems, one individual, you see, cannot solve these things. Cooperation, not only your own community people, but also global level, like the global warming. These problems, we need worldwide cooperation effort, corporate effort. For that, trust, friendship, is very essential. I think our day-to-day life, if someone who a little bit sort of distance each other, then difficult to expect some kind of cooperation. Difficult. So the cooperation, highly necessary. The basis of cooperation is trust, friendship. So therefore, I very appreciate you already start some work or serving others. That's wonderful. So then now, Of course, I heard, you, I think, mention, your own state or your own nation. Wonderful. Of course, it should be. But at the same time, America, the greatest democratic country. So you should look whole world, global level. Actually, I often telling people, America is the leading nation of free world. Very, very important. So you see, you think on global level. Now here, in order to create sense of global responsibility, it is extremely important to develop concept of oneness of humanity. 7 billion human beings, we are part of that. If the 7 billion human beings happy, and also the nature, sort of environment positive, then everybody gets benefit. If global level, 7 billion human beings facing some sort of difficulties, individual cannot escape from that. And then, of course, now as far as modern education is concerned,
As far as modern education is concerned, I'm someone who hasn't attended a class even for a single day.
my knowledge, I think, compare your knowledge, my knowledge, almost zero, nothing. So, may not be very, very appropriate, appropriate to tell you, but according to my own little experience, many problems on global level and also national level, even community level. So these problems, many of these problems actually our own creation. Of course, nature problem, nature disaster, that's beyond our control. But many other problems, essentially our own creation. So logically, when we, logically, these certain problems which are self-created, therefore, we must have the ability to overcome these problems or to reduce these problems, because this is a man-made problem. If these problems created by some other, then difficult to solve by human being. But this is not the case. Therefore, I often is telling, particularly now here, these young people, educated, fresh, bright, so you have a long future. Now my generation, not only myself, but some other sort of, the professors, you see, great learned people, you see, we actually is the same sort of, same generation of 20th century. So our century already gone. So we, generation who belongs to 20th century, now gradually say to bye-bye. Now you, or people, or generation whose age below 30, 20, 15, you truly generation of this 21st century. Past 20th century, in spite of many sort of encouraging sort of achievement, marvelous achievement, but that century almost becomes century of bloodshed, century of violence. Some historian, they say 200 millions of people killed through violence. If that immense violence, including use nuclear weapon, nuclear bomb, immense violence really create better shape of the world, then some people may say, oh, worthwhile, or some sort of, some justification. No, that's not the case. So therefore, now, this century, just we are in the beginning. About 13 years past. now, because 87, right? 87 years is yet to come. So therefore, future is very much sort of open. So our behavior really can make new shape of the world. So please, generation of the 21st century, think more global level and try to create more peaceful world. That means more compassionate world. So long sense of concern of others' well-being there, respect others' life there, then no room use violence, because you respect others' life, you love others. How can a person who have that kind of motivation, that kind of mental attitude, use force to eliminate them? Impossible. So therefore, the peaceful world means compassionate world, should be compassionate world, irrespective whether believer or non-believer. Biologically, we are equipped, we have this potential. Children, young children, as soon as born, we already received immense sort of affection from our mother, care. And then next few years, our survival entirely depend on our mother's care and with mother's milk. So that's everybody, you see, our life began that way. So, at early age, beginning of our life, we received immense sort of affection from others. So that seed in our blood, the potential of affection to others. So biologically, you see, we equipped the sense of concern of others' well-being, biologically. And secondly, we are a social animal. So biologically, we need sense of concern of others' well-being. I think extreme self-centered attitude, selfish attitude, gradually, say, these basic human value becoming more dormant. And then our education, our brain further develop. And the society also, you see, sometimes the society's culture, materialistic culture, and that sometimes you see culture of a little bit competition. So therefore, and that way, aggressiveness further develop. So that's why 7 billion human beings, right from the beginning, more compassionate. But gradually, that not much active, the aggressiveness, suspicion, distrust, bully, or cheating nowadays, then becomes stronger. So that, I think, we can reduce these things through education, through awareness, not necessarily through prayer, through religious faith. Simply use our common sense. Everybody wants a happy life, happy family, happy community. Real happiness very much related with our emotion, not money. So therefore, please now, these young brothers, sisters, please pay some attention about our inner value. Then your brilliance or brain and warm-heartedness come together. Your education, your knowledge, then become constructive. If among students really bright, but if you neglect about warm-heartedness, eventually some of you truly become troublemaker on this planet. Education alone sometimes create more problem. Individuals themselves also not necessarily be happy one. Always worry, loneliness, scare. when we meet this person, fear, distrust. Meet these people. Result, lonely feeling. That's against the basic human nature, like that. So therefore, please pay some attention and some sort of knowledge how to create inner peace. Through inner peace, all your profession knowledge can be constructive. All profession knowledge headed by motivated by anger, hatred, suspicion, then your knowledge become destructive. That much my own experience, and also observing. I think that one old person have something better knowledge because of age. We have lots of different experiences. So therefore, I myself, I often, when I meet my old long-time friend, then many cases, they express to me, your face not much change, still looks young. What is secret about that? I have nothing. I think usually I now I do too much. Too much. This is more ceremonial way. So I do not want to spoil that. So in any way, now you you really now our hope relying on your shoulder. Please think more seriously how to build happy century, peaceful century. This one thing. Then, of course, I would like to express my congratulations of all your for your graduation. And then also I want till now your life some way is other people taking care, some kind of routine, more or less is a predictable. Now you start your real life. There could be more complicated or difficulties. Then you should not, due to small incidents, demoralize. This is really source of failure. In spite of difficulties, you must keep optimism and self-confidence. This is very, very important. That I want to share with you. And then of course, whenever I received some honor degree, I always say the great honor and feel very happy. So I must thank you. And then special thing, usually without much effort, some degree given me is something wonderful. So thank you very much. Thank you. I promise, the seniors of the university, brothers, sisters, and also younger brothers, sisters. Now, my age already nearly 78. But next, perhaps another 10 years, 88. And then, most probably another 10 years, 98. So I promise my body, speech, and mind dedicate well-being of others. That I will carry that kind of thinking, that kind of commitment. That kind of commitment will carry. So hopefully your honorary degree may not spoil. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. This hat, not mine, but from President. He hired me this, so now return to you.
You now know the secret of why I was not wearing my cap today. His Holiness did not have his, I gave him mine as a sign of love and affection, but I'm also hoping with this cap on now, I will be inspired and I will reach the greater things that I ever have before because of you. Please join me again for thanking His Holiness.